Fundamentally so.
Thank you very much. Senator Tom Daschle, the Majority Leader in the Senate, joining us from the Senate gallery. And now to give you a sense of what Senator Daschle and all sorts of others are talking about in terms of trying to get the country back to business, let's tell you how it doesn't get back to business very well at the moment by going to Liz Cho at O'Hare Airport, one of the busiest airports in the country. They're all pretty busy, Liz, but Chicago's O'Hare is closed down completely, correct?
That's right, Peter. The airport here is still completely closed down, despite the announcement that the Secretary of Transportation made a couple of hours ago that the airports across the country would open up on a limited basis. The airport here is still at a virtual standstill, and passengers have been arriving here throughout the day, but they have been turned away. In fact, cement trucks and police squad cars are actually blocking the departure entrance to the airport, not allowing passengers inside. Now, basically, there has not been any movement here at all. Planes, as far as we can tell, are still parked at their gates. When we have looked at the control tower behind us, we have not been able to see any people in the windows. It makes us believe that perhaps there is no one inside. We did see, however, a couple of flight crews walking around the outside of the airport. We were not allowed to talk to them, so we do not know whether or not they were summoned here by the chance that the airport could reopen, or if perhaps they were stranded here like many of the passengers. Now, when the airport does open on a limited basis, and those passengers who will be boarding those planes that were diverted yesterday, and we believe there are about a dozen or so of them, we understand that those passengers will have to show their ticket to be allowed inside the airport. Also, we understand that the regional FAA officials and city officials here are continuing to work together to try to meet those new safety requirements before the airport fully reopens. Peter?
Let me ask you also, Liz, while we have you, and I realize it's hard given the limitations there today, but what's the mood, if you've been able to sense it, in Chicago and in the Midwest generally?
Well, in Chicago, I can tell you a lot of people have a sense of relief coming back to work today. Many people were still nervous as they walked into the Sears Tower early this morning, but they did feel a sense of relief that the nation was coming together and reunified. I did hear one woman speak in an interview earlier on today that she felt that sense of relief simply because the planes were not flying in the air, and that she would become more concerned once those planes do enter the air again.
Many thanks, Liz Cho at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. It reminding us just what people are afraid of and what they're not afraid of. Seeing an aircraft overhead makes you more nervous in some circumstances.